Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 14 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. It'll be played out in Pittsburgh, I should say. 6-6 Miami, 5-7 Pittsburgh. So, this is truly like almost an elimination type game there, as both these teams vie for that second wild card spot in the AFC. Both these teams played division rivals last week. Miami beating the Jets in New York, and Pittsburgh, of course, losing on Thanksgiving night to Baltimore. And Pittsburgh with a banged up Le'Veon Bell, and even if he wasn't banged up, Pittsburgh's going to come out and try to throw the ball. And Antonio Brown's going to be a big part of that passing attack, as he is every week. Along with Emmanuel Sanders and Heath Miller and guys like that. But Brent Grimes and that Dolphins pass defense is in the top 10 in the league. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup there, especially Grimes against Antonio Brown. That's a matchup I'm interested to see. Dolphins got Brent Grimes on the cheap. So he's proved to be maybe their best free agent acquisition up till now. Obviously, their other big free agent acquisition was Mike Wallace. You have Mike Wallace versus his former team, and more in particular versus Ike Taylor. Ike Taylor's had a wonderful career, but he has struggled a little bit this year. And I know the Dolphin fan is waiting for that Mike Wallace breakout game. I think you might get it in this one if that offensive line can protect Tannehill. That's a weekly problem you're going to have to worry about as a Dolphins fan because of how poor that offensive line has been against the pass rush. The Steelers are not a vintage pass rush Steelers team of old. They have gotten better in that department here lately. We'll see if they can put pressure on Tannehill. Other than that, can either team establish the run? How banged up is Le'Veon Bell? Does he play? If he plays, how effective will he be? Lamar Miller in that Miami Dolphins rushing attack has been better here. Maybe the last 2 or 3 games or so. As that pass protection has been below average the whole year, you've seen the run and blocking get better for the Dolphins, in my opinion. And I think a big part of that is Lamar Miller. I think he's an underrated back here in the NFL, running behind an offensive line that isn't great. Can Tannehill avoid the big mistake? Again, on Pittsburgh's side, not forcing as many turnovers as usual. But as the Steelers, every game is going to come down to Roethlisberger and that right arm. They're very one-dimensional. That passing attack is the only big weapon they have on either side of the ball, in my opinion. I like, though, that Dolphins secondary. I really do. Where the Dolphins are vulnerable, though, is at that linebacker position against the run. And I don't see Pittsburgh, with the personnel they have, being able to exploit that. And I worry about those tackles against the 2 good defensive ends of Miami, obviously led by Cameron Wake. If Pittsburgh was able to have that old school power running game they usually have, I would like them against these small linebackers and underperforming linebackers of the Dolphins. But I don't see that really manifesting itself in this one. So I think this is a case where the Dolphins are good at things that the Steelers have struggled in this year, and vice versa. The things the Steelers are good at, the Dolphins are pretty good at as well. So I like Miami +3 in this game, and a little bit of a mild upset. I think these two teams are about even. So I like Miami +3 in Pittsburgh. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview every game every week, talk NFL draft stuff, talk about the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great night.